Well, welcome everybody to the
Eklent KACI wins the lag
of the 2018 Whirlpool Series here at Steinway Billiards, Astoria, New York. And what a match!
A race to 11 racks. First rack, Eklent KACI to break.
Our reigning #1, winner of 2 events last season, up against his good friend MALAJ from Albania.
Okay, in the building. Glad to be here with the champion, Chris Melling. And what a match we have here today, buddy.
Yeah, it's a contrast of styles.
Illegal break, control passes.
Eklent KACI very slow in the way he plays, but you know he doesn't make too many mistakes. And MALAJ, quite a fast player, likes to get on with it. So,
okay.
It's going to be interesting.
There we go. So right now we had an illegal break. Can you explain that to the players right now?
Yeah, basically when the player breaks, 2 balls must go past the head string from where Nick's shooting there, or 2 balls go down the pocket.
Okay.
Or it could be a mixture of both.
All right.
And if that happens or doesn't happen, then the opposing player then has an option to play a push out or play the shot from where he is.
What would you do in this position?
I think I'd play the shot myself and just roll the 1 to the bottom rail and hook him behind the 8.
There you go.
Seems a correct shot to me. I mean, it's going to be an easy kick to get out of the snooker, but you're taking control of the table. I'm very surprised he's putting Eklent back in.
Yeah, this guy doesn't. He never saw a shot he doesn't like.
He has got another option. He can send the 1 ball off the bottom rail side rail. Just got to avoid the double kiss with the cue ball. In turn, the cue ball could go behind the 9, the 4, and the 7.
Right. You want to keep control. You don't want to have any of your good shooters get a chance to get in the business.
And that was the only problem with that shot. He was always double kissing the
right.
hit, I feel.
Well, that's the first shot of the match for him. He's probably just getting warmed up a little bit. Yeah,
there's going to be a lot of mistakes early on. I mean, obviously it's the first rack of the 2018 season on the Whirlpool Series.
That's right. Shout out to Aramith. Nice long shot on the 1 ball. Have you practiced on this table yet, Chris?
I haven't, no. We only arrived last night. I've actually been in America for about a week playing on the Expo up at Philadelphia. Didn't do too well. But, you know, pool's a game where you're going to have good results and bad results. And
that's right.
Unfortunately, in the pool world, you're going to lose more tournaments than you're going to win. That's just the nature of the game.
There you go. All right, seemed like he got a little bit of trouble here to get back to the 5. What would you like here?
Yeah, he's played a poor shot there, but it's expected. Again, it's the first rack. They're just getting used to the tables.
Right.
He's going to have to spin this with bottom right and spin and go around the back of the 8 ball, which makes the shot a lot tougher.
So you're talking going about 3 rails?
Yeah, 3 or 4 rails. Needs to be very careful.
Extension.
As you can see, his cueing's not easy. He's cueing over the 5 ball.
Right.
And it's not his normal bridge hand, so this shot's going to be quite difficult for him.
Yeah, and that was a correct call. He does not want to scratch here.
Foul shot. Ball in hand.
Okay. Any problems you see in this rack?
No, I can't really see Eklent missing for me. It's basically got 4 or 5 stop shots here.
Okay.
Play the 4 and the 5 in the same pocket, 6 in the side, and then 3 stop shots for the 7, 8, and 9. It's probably 100 out of 100.
Well, that's the kind of racks you want when you get started, right?
Yeah, and that'll hurt Nick because he had a chance, and you need to take your chances early and put the pressure on your opponent, because no matter how good these players are, everybody twitches under pressure. Everybody misses under pressure.
That's right. He would have preferred to have been a little more straight in, right? So he could just stop for the 7.
Yeah, you can see that both players are struggling straight away with the pace of the table, but give it 2 or 3 racks and they'll both get the pace down.
Do you find that's a problem when you get up to play? That the new cloth, the lights, does it bother you?
Yeah, the new cloth, it's different in every tournament because basically the amount of people watching can defer our table players, the heat.
Right.
From people being in the building.
Right.
The weather outside can determine our table players as well.
Absolutely.
If it's raining, it can get sticky, and the table players are a little different.
All right. It's a nice clean shot there. How do you shape this up? Do you like on 2 rails, or do you go 1 rail and shape the knot, or do you go 2 to get straight?
Yeah, I prefer just 1 railway touch of right hand spin.
Okay. You want to just hold it up?
I think that's kind of a snooker shot because Clenty plays a lot of snooker.
Mm-hmm.
Playing that shot, you can't really over-hit the ball, so
Right.
you're always going to have a good shot on the 9. Where playing 2 rails, you can go past the 9 ball or
There you
come
go.
short.
All right. Eklent KACI draws first blood. Ra Hanna sitting here with the live from Steinway Billiards. Eklent KACI on the break.
Not a very good break there from Clenty.
What do you think causes that? Is you're not used to how the balls break? You're not used to how the table settles? What do you when you hit a bad break? What do you blame?
Well, normally the reason you hit a bad break, obviously the setup of the rack is very important.
Yeah, absolutely.
Obviously, Michaela being the best referee I know at a 9-ball pool.
That's right.
She racks the balls great, so we can't be blaming Michaela. But I always believe it's how you hit the break, the power of the shot, the accuracy of the shot. And some tables break different to others. I mean, we could go on the outside tables and hit the break exactly as he did and make 3 or 4 balls.
Okay.
I'm not
It's
too keen
okay,
on
I can see
shot.
that's a push out, but just make sure you shout it for me, okay? Did you? Sorry, I never heard you. Okay.
Yeah. All right, in here, he's going to shoot this.
Yeah, Michaela just letting Nick know who's in charge there.
She always does.
Very important, the referees do
Set the tone of the
respect,
match.
you
They
know.
set the tone of the match too, Chris.
I'm very surprised he's left Clenty this because Clenty being a snooker player, I'd like to think he will get this maybe 6 or 7 out of 10.
Wow. And you're shaping up.
Extension?
You're going 2 to shape up to the 2 in the corner?
Yeah, I think it's kind of a free shot because if he hits it thick,
Right.
the cue ball will slow up and it'll probably end up behind the 3 ball. If he hits it thin, then he could leave it. So for me personally, you've got to roll this in and play it thicker rather than thinner.
Absolutely. And make that a note for our players out there. You have a world-class player, Chris Melling, giving you the odds. That's what it is. Basically, you guys figure out the percentages of, the shot quicker than we do.
Yeah, it's a great shot there by Clenty.
Hit that ball really clean.
Yeah, I'm not a firm believer in giving somebody of Clenty's class them kind of chances.
Right. Because you never know if you're going to get back to the table.
I mean, he didn't have many options, to be fair, but I'm not quite sure I would have left that shot.
Right. So you cut this in the side, Chris, or you thin the 2 and play safe?
It's not an easy shot in the side on these pockets. They're very tight. Believe it or not, a lot of people think that the 9-ball table pockets are very big, and really they are. But when you play on the new Rasson table, the pockets are actually tightened, so it makes it tougher for the professionals to play.
Right. Now, I'd like to mention something that you brought up. Nick had gave Clenty opportunities, and Clenty being a stand-up shooter, he's given him no opportunity. He opted to play safe there.
Well, I think Nick's missing this by a mile. Yep, I could tell
Foul
straight
shot.
away just where he was hitting it.
Ball
Okay,
in
real
hand.
quick. How did you decide that? How did you know he wasn't going to contact that ball?
I have an aiming
Clock.
system on the table for coming out of snookers. I learned it a few years ago, and I always use it. People will see me measuring the table up when I'm snookered, and I could just automatically see there he was missing it by quite some distance.
So you have a system, and you have those years of experience too.
But I always use the system because I believe that it's
a good starting point.
Yeah, it's not just a good starting point. It gives you an edge.
I gotcha.
And when you snooker, it's very important to
hit the ball.
To not just hit the ball, but get it safe as well, or make it.
Well, there you go. That's the first time I heard a pro say, I do have a system. I do go to it. Usually guys say have a system, and then you go by feeling your experience of playing pool.
Yeah, Clenty's just played the poor shot there. He's a little bit straight on the 3 ball. He's just looking now to maybe top this in with right hand spin and leave the cue ball on the right hand side of the table.
So if he goes forward 2 rails, he should have a look at it.
Yeah, just doesn't want to go too far, but he certainly doesn't want to go too short. This is a case of overrunning the ball rather than under-hitting it. And that looks pretty good.
There you go. He got right back in line.
It may just be perfect.
So would you like, if you had ball in hand on a 5, you probably a little bit of difference from where he is now. because it's in the corner, swings around 2 rails to shoot the 5 in the same pocket.
Yeah, he's probably going to play the 4, the 5, and the 6 in the same pocket here.
There you go. You play any one pocket, Chris?
I play a little bit. I've only recently played maybe 4 or 5 times, but I do enjoy the game.
There you go.
If he's straight, it's even better.
Wow, look at that speed control. What an excellent shot that was.
And again, that was a case of always overhitting the shot because you guaranteed the shot on the 5. If you underhit the shot, you snookered behind the 6 or the 9.
Right.
So that whenever you're running a table out, there's always a case for overhitting the ball or underhitting the ball. That's perfect there on the 6 ball.
I'm always a big fan of watching players' demeanor. I like, you know, this is my probably second time watching this champion play. Very calm, very methodical.
Yeah, well, one thing I've noticed about both these players, if you watch Clenty, you don't see any emotion. He sits there in his chair, he doesn't move his hands, he just looks at the table, he's focused 100%.
Right.
And when you watch
other players,
when you watch other players, you know, and Nick being one of them players, his body movement, his arms, his eyes, he can't keep still. So it's like, you know, he's not concentrating 100%. If you just watch him on the screen,
it's almost like a poker tell. So you feel like his body English is telling you that I'm in trouble.
Yeah, and the best way to notice it is when they make a mistake.
Yeah.
When they make a mistake, I guarantee you Clenty won't make a move. He'll just sit down in his chair and won't move one bit.
There you go.
If you watch Nick do it, he'll start shaking his head and banging his cue, and you know. But that's just different players.
Right.
You know, that's how they handle it, and that's up to them.
All right.
But if I was coaching anybody, it'd definitely be the way Clenty does it.
There you go.
Spin. And the 1 ball should go round over the top right corner. Like that. But he's hit them too thick again, really too thick.
Well, he's really not in trouble here. The 2 shadowed by the 6.
Yeah, he's had a good roll there. He's been lucky. But Nick can take control of this rack and can make the 1 ball, sorry.
Right.
And he could play to get on the 2 into the corner. It's a tough shot.
Yeah.
Top left-hand corner past the 3 ball. But if he leaves a cue ball at the bottom end of the table, he's then got an easy hook behind the 6 or the 3.
I like that. I like options. He's going to get a good one. He's right at there.
And now he's got a relatively easy hook.
That's right. I think, though, the different levels of the safety play is a big, you know, momentum and match difference. You know, you guys, if we play safe on you, we got to lock you guys up. You got to be locked up, jail. You know, if you leave air for somebody to hit the ball, Clenty's going to rehook you.
Yeah, that's a good shot there by Nick.
Right.
And you're totally right. The difference between the good and the great in pool is the safety.
Absolutely.
That is the only difference, really. Obviously, the shot making is slightly different.
Right.
And pressure, but, you know, the safety is huge.
So are you going from the bottom 2 rails, or are you going from the top 2 rails into the corner where he's at?
Yeah, I think he's got to go side rail, top rail.
Yep.
Try and kick the 2.
Are any merit into
Extension.
just loading this up to around 5 o'clock and going 1 rail and spinning that to 2?
Yeah, he could do. It's just obviously with it being a brand new cloth, it takes differently.
There you go.
So he could end up actually getting too much on this and going round the back.
Right.
And then again, he could hit it and scratch in the corner. You don't know with this shot.
Right.
Or is it that well?
Yes, he did, and that was good speed.
And he stuck it up. And this is Nick's real first chance.
There we go.
He did have a chance in the first rack, but it wasn't easy. Obviously, the first rack of the match.
But right now, with 2-0 in his head, he knows that he needs this game.
Well, oh my word, he nearly missed that one. If he doesn't win this rack, then I can't see him winning the game if he doesn't win this rack because
of Clenty's skill.
Oh,
okay, there you go. So you mean, or we would say back home, if you miss a ball and you don't get charged, you know, the guy doesn't win the game and break and run the next game, he said, then you get a little lackadaisical. You're not afraid of that guy.
Yeah, and Nick straight away has played a poor shot from the 2 to the 3, and that all became because he potted the 2 into the corner of the pocket rather than the centre of the pocket.
Right.
If he'd potted it in the centre of the pocket, he would have had a perfect angle on the 3.
So he can't recover here. He rolls up above the 9 to get a good play on the 4.
Well, he can recover, but it's just making it a little bit tougher now.
Right.
Now he's got to play a good shot on the 5 to draw back for this. Good shot on the 4 to draw back for the 5.
So sometimes if you're playing bad, do you need a couple of these shots to put yourself in a match to be like, I'm still playing good, I got out, you know, I was in trouble, but I got out?
Yeah, you definitely need a little bit of fortune on the way as well.
Yes, yes.
You know.
I just say that to you because them rack that you had a lot of shots when you could just gave up.
Yeah, I mean, whenever you play a tournament, whenever you win a tournament, there's a match where it's always close.
Yes.
Or something happens in the game
That's right.
where you get the roll and your opponent doesn't, and that can be the difference between winning a tournament and losing.
There you go. Well, I do agree with what you said, Chris. This guy's a get up and shoot type gentleman.
Oh, he's a great shot maker. There's no two ways about it. Once he gets on the roll, he's very, very dangerous.
Right. I see that.
Again, that's a
yes.
poor shot there.
I was going to say, I agree.
Real poor shot.
Yeah, a little bit over, and he just stopped, and it's out.
Well, he's made this shot kind of missable. He shouldn't miss it, but it now is missable because he's got to do a little something with the cue ball. There you go.
Good call.
And that is all because he played that one bad positional shot.
You know, once you're out of line and you don't recover and you have to keep making those hero shots, you have to keep making them till the 9's down.
Yeah, it was just poor execution of the position, really.
So do you dictate that to speed, mindset, or just cueing error? What do you think?
Well, I think, oh my, how was that gone in? I cannot believe that's just dropped in.
He can't believe it. A little smile from Clinty.
That wouldn't have gone in last year. That is a guarantee.
Well, listen, you know.
They've opened the pockets up slightly this year. They're still. And the cue ball should go back up the table towards the 2, the 5, and the 3.
I like that.
Extension.
I like trying to put the cue ball further away, because if you don't execute, then those balls are going to still be on the same side of the table.
Yeah, I prefer this way, just because even if you don't hook him, he hasn't got an easy shot to get on the 2 ball.
I wouldn't want Dennis or Scott Frost or one of them one-pocket guys shooting a shot. They hit these shots good. They kill that cue ball really easy, and you're in trouble.
Good shot, but lucky again.
So I'm gonna stop you there. You did diagram what could happen, right? So he took the best percentage that he had, right? He executed the first part of the shot right. Now the end part, you know, he might have came up a little fortunate, but
yeah, he got a little lucky, but he hit the ball good. He killed the cue ball, so
yeah.
But
So
Nick's got a good chance here. He needs to play this slowly and hook him behind the 3. Oh, that's too hard, I feel. Yeah, is it the wrong side of the 1 ball as well?
yeah. So maybe he should just, you know, take a little time.
Yeah, he's had a couple of opportunities, but not really got in the match type of thing quite yet.
Right.
A long way to go, though.
Right. I do like that Clinty's studying the table, even though he's been here 100 times. He's making sure that he dials the out in.
That's a good shot there by
That was
Clinty.
beautiful.
A little bit of awkward cueing, but shouldn't cause him any bother. Just roll the 2 in and
How many times do you practice over balls, bridging over balls, shooting over balls?
I don't really, to be honest with you. No, when I practice 9-ball, I mainly just practice kicking and breaking, because I feel that potting the ball is my strongest point.
There you go.
So I believe that I have to work on my weaker part of my game. I think my kicking's up there with some of the best. But obviously, I want to win more tournaments, so there's got to be a reason why I'm not winning more tournaments.
Right.
Whether that could be a little bit of luck, whether it could be a bit more practice.
That makes sense.
You know, because there is a lot of luck in 9-ball, no matter what anybody says.
Absolutely. But that luck usually comes to the guy who's shooting good.
Yeah, and Clenty needs to play a good shot here. Just needs to avoid the side pocket. That looks good.
That's a great shot there, Chris.
That's perfect.
Yeah. Now, are you going straight 2 rails forward, or are you popping this cue ball up?
I like to pop it with left-hand spin. And it looks like Clenty's drawing it out. This could go wrong. Well, he's played that well. He's played that really well.
Yeah. I'm going to say, that's twice that you said that, so maybe Clenty is feeling it now.
Yeah, it's that sign of a confident man, that is.
Yeah.
Playing that shot. But he's going to be confident because Nick's had chances, and he's had 2 glorious chances and thrown them both away.
And at this caliber, you can't do that.
Well, he can, but he just needs to do it against players who aren't as good as Clenty.
Well, all you guys here today have a great chance to win. This is going to be a very tough tournament.
And this is where it can hurt Nick, because Nick may not get to the table for another 3 or 4 racks.
Right.
And this is why you have to take every opportunity that you get. That's a cruelty of the game. Get to the final and don't play a shot.
That's the only game in the world where you don't have to get an opportunity to play. All right, Clenty to break. Let's watch. 1 ball in the side, 6 ball in the corner. He's going to get lucky and unlucky.
And it was only the spin that kept
illegal
that ball
break
out.
control passes.
Is that an illegal break, though?
Sorry.
We must be playing 3 balls past the head string. I got told it was 2, but
2, isn't it correct? 2 if you make 1, right?
It's joint. Where it has to be 3 balls past the head string, or 2 balls potted, 1 past the head string, or vice versa.
Okay. Point of contention here. Chris Melling pointing that out.
Oh, he's had a little bit of luck there. He deserves a little bit of luck, though. He's struggling.
Yeah.
And we want to see a match here.
I think sometimes if, fortune smiles on you, or you feel like, it's not smiling on you, I think you just have to regroup and take every opportunity that you have. Any opportunity that you have to get ahead, Chris.
Yeah, and obviously he's had 2 opportunities.
Right.
And he should have won both racks that he's lost.
There you go.
And this can go wrong. You don't want to be under it in this ball. I prefer to over it.
There you go.
Oh, he's played that really well.
Right. I think he's back in the game here.
I like this, what he's doing here. He's looking at the angle, looking to make sure he's landing the right side of the ball.
Right, because he's not going to have a bunch of opportunities, Chris. Clenty's not going to let him just keep getting up to the table here.
Well, it's going to be in his mind that he's missed glorious opportunities. And that's perfect there. And again, this shot here is a case of over-hitting the ball.
Right.
Because you're on the 7 in the corner if you over-hit it by a long way.
I think
if you under-hit it, you've got no shot.
Right. Plays it towards the spot, and he should be good. That's a good shot.
It's vital that he wins this rack.
Yeah, I like that. He wanted to pull the trigger there. He wanted to shoot, Chris.
Well, he normally does, and if he was winning the match, he wouldn't even walk round to look at the 8 ball. The fact that he's losing the match.
Right. I think that's one of the great things about the WPS players that, we in the United States are unfamiliar with. We get to see them. I think that's a great platform.
Well, he looked at everything, every angle, the lot, but forgot that he can't reach the shot. But it shouldn't be too much of a bother to Nick.
What do you think about the craze with the longer cues, the extensions, the middle extensions?
To be perfectly honest with you,
Yeah.
I think it's a load of rubbish. I think it's
Okay.
I think it's all in people's heads. I don't understand it whatsoever. I mean,
All right.
why was people not doing this 30, 40 years ago?
Why?
Rack
Okay,
six.
there we go.
No,
We
Nick
can't,
MALAJ
we can't
break,
dispute that.
chilling by 4 racks to
Earl was a
1.
monster.
Oh, he's an
One of the
unbelievable player.
greatest-
There's no two ways. He's the
Absolutely.
greatest player I've ever seen at
There
9
you
ball.
go.
But
It is a little.
you know, I just don't get why he wears all them weights. You know,
Illegal break, control passes.
I did hear, some of the finger things. He may have arthritis in his hands and his fingers and stuff like that, and for medical reasons. But it is entertaining, and America loves Earl.
well, I think he's a 5-time US Open champion. You don't win that without being a great player.
And those fields were ridiculous.
Oh yeah, I mean,
No dead money there.
back in the 90s, the 80s, 90s, the 2000s, it was
Come on, man.
it was a joke how good he was, and how good he still is.
Yeah.
I just wish sometimes that he didn't do what he does, because I feel that it affects him
Yeah. I agree.
rather than affects his opponents, because everybody's got used to him by now.
Right. Well, I don't think he really does it for that. I think Earl's just a purist of the game. He wants to win. He's used to winning. You know what I mean?
Well, a lot of things of what Earl says are correct.
Yeah.
You know, he just says it the wrong way.
Absolutely.
That's a problem.
Absolutely.
But some of the things he says, we should be playing on slow cloth, we should be playing on tight pockets, and I 100% agree with him.
I hear you.
You know, because you've got 32 players here, and with all due respect, probably 26 of them are good enough to earn a good living out of the game.
Absolutely.
So they're good enough to be professionals,
Yes.
which most of them are.
Right.
So the game needs to be more difficult. You
I
know,
agree.
whenever.
So you want to change things?
I'd like to change the size of the pockets.
There you go.
Not by a lot. Not
Just
by a lot.
regulate the size of the pocket.
Yeah, just
for
make
everybody.
them tough just for professionals.
Right.
You know.
Okay. I can agree with that. Just set a standardized size for professionals.
Yeah, and also the rules as well, because the problem in the pool world, and obviously I love playing pool, there's so many different rules, so many different types of events.
I got you.
I mean, I played a 10-ball event last week up in Philadelphia, the Expo.
Right. Alan Hopkins,
They
SBE.
played down to the last 16 players, and the 8 winners played each other, and the 8 losers played each other. So it was double and limb to the last 16, but then all the winners play each other and all the losers play each other, which is completely wrong, because
think
it
you're right.
should be the 8 winners play the 8
8
losers.
absolutely.
On top of that, it wasn't call shot, so you could fluke a ball, which normally in the world, the
Right.
WPA 10-ball rules,
Right.
you have to call the ball.
I agree.
You
I
know,
agree.
he just completely changed the rules, and it happens everywhere. You know, 9 on the spot, 1 on the spot,
Well,
call shot,
When
3-point
you
rule.
have a sport that's struggling and we're trying to unify it, I think if we do more quality events like this and keep the quality of players like yourself going forward, then we can start to try and have unity to build our product.
Yeah, we just need one rule set.
Absolutely.
Just one rule set for each discipline.
Well, one
that's
rule
it.
set would require one organization.
Yeah, and then everybody knows what's happening. I mean,
There you go.
I was at the Expo last week and I play for a living, and I didn't know the rules. So what's that tell you about the general public?
I agree with you.
You know,
man.
it's just so confusing.
Well, through streams like this and having events like this, we can hope to refine that, and let's try to bring that in the years forward.
Yeah, and I tell you what, Nick's back in this match.
That's good. Watch this break, looking for the 1 in the side, 6 in the corner. I think his
And it's a
pace
dry
was a little
break
hard,
again.
right?
Illegal break,
But
control pass.
That was a little hard.
Yeah, what they're doing is, I really shouldn't say this online because people might tell the opponents.
All right.
They're hitting the break too solid rather than they need to hit it thinner with more spin.
Right.
And
So a
that's,
little bit
that's
of the
the
cut.
reason the balls aren't going
Yes.
to the top
Right.
of the table.
I got you. A little insight there from Chris Melling. I had to twist his arm so he give that information up, but that's what it is. So right now, Eklent KACI has an opportunity here. I don't think he's going to go after this. This is good, another good opportunity to keep Nick in his chair by denying him access to the table. Choosing the best safety opportunity here is going to be paramount. Looking 2 rails hide to 1. What do your safety look like from here, Chris? What do you like?
I like putting the 1 ball
Right.
in between the 6 and the 4 on the bottom rail, and the cue ball behind the 5.
There you go. So distance and obstruction.
Well, that's a good shot. Not got the hook, but
Right.
it's a decent shot. He may be in trouble after this one, but Nick needs to play this really slow with a lot of right-hand spin. He's looking at doubling the 1 up the table and sticking the cue ball. Sticking the cue ball in behind the 3 and the 8.
Absolutely.
He could stick this over the corner. This is a problem. Well, he's made it.
Right. Okay, so we talk about this all the time. He gives the little table tap to acknowledge to his opponent, I got lucky there.
Yeah.
What do you feel about that?
Yeah, well, it's a bit of a funny one, really, because obviously they're not sorry about what they've done.
There we go.
You know,
Thank
because
you.
they've made the ball and they've got lucky.
If they were sorry, they said, okay, Chris, it's your shot.
Yeah, they'd let you shoot. But it's just kind of a gentleman's way of saying, you know,
Okay.
I got lucky.
A little bit of respect between players.
Yeah, Nick's got a really, really easy snooker here
Extension.
behind the 9 ball.
So you shoot the 2 and roll up?
Yeah, without a doubt. Just make sure you get the 2 on the top rail, though, no matter what. You've got to get the 2 on the top rail. And that's a good shot.
Yes.
And he got the 2 ball away from the top rail, which is even better.
Right. Because on the top rail, it's a better target. So, okay, so I'm a CD player. And I'm playing Eklent KACI. I'm shooting at 2-9. Why shouldn't I shoot it?
Well, it's probably a 1 in 10 shot.
Well, don't I need that opportunity if I'm the underdog in the match?
Yeah, but I mean, you're not going to get it too often, that shot.
Okay.
You know, it's
Okay.
Clenty just needs to be careful. He could end up scratching in the corner
All
off
right.
the 2 if it's the wrong side. Oh, he's played this well.
Well, that was beautiful.
What a great shot he's played there.
Nick's gonna get fortunate. He has the edge here. He can cut this ball in.
Yeah, it's a thin one. I'm not quite sure he can play safe. He may be able to play safe, but
Right.
I'm just wondering if he can play it really slowly and kill the cue ball behind the 5. Not quite sure.
All right. Nice bird's eye view provided by Upside Out. That's a good head. That was a heads-up play.
That's a good shot, but I feel that if he could have hit that much of the 2 ball, why wouldn't he
Yes.
play it with the other side and kill the cue ball?
So do you think that's a part of not knowing or a part of preference on his side?
No, I mean, he's played a good shot, to be fair. He's obviously snookered him, so he's played a good shot.
Right.
But he's only snookered him because it's stuck behind the
It has
9.
an
If he hadn't
extension,
hit the
yes.
9, he
Yes.
would have left it on.
There you go.
So, you know, more times than often, I would have played that with right and spin. But it's all about how obviously Nick plays and how he feels about his performance.
Now, right here, better players than me, I don't agree with the jump.
Not a keen lover of the jump shot.
Close to the edge of the table, if he hits it full, he can
Yeah,
scratch.
I think you should be allowed so many jump shots a match. And then you obviously have to make a big decision as to when you use that jump shot,
Ah, see?
you know.
This is something you have to put a little thought in, huh?
He's got to be a little careful. If he catches this on the down slope,
Right.
this cue ball could go off the table.
That's what I'm saying. It has to land fast.
And
Foul shot.
if he had have hit the 2, it
Ball
would
in
have gone
hand.
off the table.
Okay. I will say this. The slate on a Raskin is 2 inches, correct? 2-inch slate? Do you remember? Two inches on the slate? 2 inches thick?
I think so, yeah. I'm
Right.
not 100% sure.
So regular slate is 1 inch thick, right?
I'll be perfectly honest, I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
I'm almost sure. Regular slate 1 inch thick. So that makes a difference when you are jumping balls.
Yeah, it does make a big difference when you
Right.
play jump shots. And again, Nick there's played a really poor shot. For me, he should have been landing below the 8 rather than above the 8, because
Okay,
now he's straight.
Okay, so are you thinking that it's a poor execution shot and it's the pressure of the match, or you just think he's just not in gear, or maybe that's where he's used to playing the ball?
I just thought that were poor execution, really.
Okay.
You know, but he's on a roll now. He's obviously wanting to get the games over quickly, which is how Nick plays.
Right.
And this is certainly going to put some pressure on Clenty.
That's right, because it could be 5-2 if Nick wins this round.
Well, he's won the last 2 games
There you go.
as Nick, so this will be 3. You can see he's speeding up.
I was going to say that. I saw that.
He's got a little look of Captain Jack Sparrow from the Pirates of the Caribbean.
You're not the first person to mention that. We talked about that on the chat room. Nice straight in on the 9 here, Chris.
Yeah, he won't miss this one, Nick.
Nice. And the 4 in the corner?
Yeah, well, he just wants to make sure he doesn't have a illegal break.
All right,
That's
2 balls
better.
down.
That's
yeah.
a lot better.
2 balls down.
And he's going to be unlucky if he hasn't got a shot here.
Right.
And he's a little unlucky, really. He is a little unlucky there. He can make the 2 and he can avoid the 8, but he's got to be very careful he doesn't scratch.
Right, so at this juncture in the game, are you firing at this ball, Chris? What are you doing?
Probably, yeah.
You're firing at that ball.
I'm probably firing it, yeah, but it doesn't mean it's the right shot. I mean,
it's the right shot for you.
It's the right shot for me,
right.
But it's an easy hook as well. You could hook behind the 8 ball,
right.
Drawing it off 2 rails in behind the 8.
And where you want the 2 to land up?
I'd like the 2 to go 2 rails and hit the 5. You know, nice and slow, not too hard.
Okay.
Obviously, you've got to avoid the scratch.
Any merit to banking the 2 down table and sliding the cue ball off table?
Not sure. It's very hard to see from this angle. It looks like he maybe try to cut this in. Well, I'm not sure about this one.
How about he thin the side of the 8 and put the cue ball behind the 5?
No, wasn't a believer in
No
that.
shot.
Oh man.
Ball in hand.
Now that's what you were alluding to before. That's just that's a bad shot.
Well, what Nick did there is he didn't know what to do, so he just got down and basically played a shot. He really didn't know what to do there.
That shot clock.
But he's got back in the match.
Right.
He's 4-0 down. He's come back to 4-3 and then does something stupid like that. You know, and now Clenty's obviously in prime position to go 2 frames in front again.
Right. And he's not going to bobble this opportunity. He's going to make sure he puts the hammer down and charges Nick for that mistake. I didn't think he was going to make that mistake. I thought he was either going to play safe there, Chris.
Yeah, I would have never played that shot he played there. I'd have either played the safety in behind the 8 or I'd have tried to cut the 2 ball in and avoid the scratch, one of the 2.
Just not giving up ball in hand.
No, I mean, the shot he's played there, I mean, even if he doesn't scratch in the middle and he makes a 2, he's got no position on the 4 because the cue ball will go down towards the 6.
Absolutely.
Off the bottom rail, so it was kind of a nothing shot what he played there.
Clenty looks to gain control of the table and keep control of the match.
Well, that's the difference as well, because Clenty would never make that mistake what Nick made there.
Right. You just drawn to the middle of the table here, Chris? You use the rail or just
straight draw. Just leave the cue ball in the middle of the table or draw it off the top rail to leave an angle.
Right.
Yeah, I like that shot because he could punch the ball.
Right.
More feel for the shot.
Right, because you could, feel the pressure and end up short. With that, you're not going to end up short. You're going to have a shot.
Yeah, and he's very cool, calm, and collected.
I see that.
He's Clenty. Nothing phases him.
He does stay down. That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's a snooker technique, that is. He plays snooker, does Clenty. So if you watch the way he addresses the cue ball, the way he hits the cue ball, everything points towards being a snooker player.
Yeah.
You know, he stays down on the shot after, etc. Right hand side. It would be the 4 if he's breaking from the left.
Thank you for that, buddy. And the 7 jaws up.
It's a little unfortunate there.
A little 3-ball falls in thing. Little backstory on Clenty. He was 10, 11 years old. He played 5 to 10 hours per day. It's a straight quote from him. When you work hard, you can get what you want, and you can win what you want. That's got to be awesome. And Nick MALAJ is a pool room owner in Athens, Greece. Have you ever played in his room?
I've never played his room, no. Yeah, I've been invited a couple of times, but I've had other events on or exhibitions on, so I haven't really had time. But
oh, that's right. You and Jason Shaw are getting ready to go on a little exhibition tour, huh?
yeah, me and Jason are on about doing their tour around the United States,
Awesome.
Canada, Europe, and we've actually been asked to do it in Thailand, China, and the Philippines, and Australia. So we're trying to work it out around the calendar.
Beautiful shot there. That's good. I'm going to get more information about that. I know it's a race to 31 or 30.
Yeah, we basically play the pool room players, and then we'll play the best of 31, do a 45-minute trick shot show, which I'll do. Then we do a cue raffle, which we both sign, and then we have memorabilia, which we sell at exhibitions. So yeah, we just
awesome.
Just thought it'd be something different and something to give back to the people who support the game and follow us.
That's a good thing. All right, what are you looking to do here? You're rolling up on the 2, you're playing the 2 in the corner. What do you like?
I'm playing the 2 in the corner.
All
Yeah.
right.
Play it with a bit of pace, personally. Well, I'm not sure about that.
Okay, so let's stick there. Why didn't you like that shot?
Because he's got a clear chance to make the 2 in the corner. It wasn't that tough a shot.
So do you feel that any merit to Clenty keeping the heat on Nick, knowing that Nick has got up there and he's not super solid right now?
There's nothing wrong with that shot. That's just my personal opinion on what I would have done. But how many times do we see people play the correct shot and Nick comes out of this and makes a 2-ball or gets lucky and knocks another ball in? Then you're sick because you had an opportunity.
That's correct. That's a good insight to your mindset.
There you go.
That's a good insight to your mindset.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happens.
That's right.
I'm not saying it happens a lot.
No, I agree with you.
It does happen.
I agree with you. If you got a chance to keep your opponent in the chair, you keep him in the chair.
Yeah, just pop the 2 in the car. It wasn't, like I said, it was automatic position on the 4. It didn't have much to do with the cue ball. But obviously he felt that playing the safety was the right shot.
Right. Well, we're going to find out.
The problem was when he played the safety, he's brought the 2-ball a long way down the table, which made the kick easier.
Right. And if he gets behind this, he could make the 5.
He could, but I'm not quite sure he can get on the 2-ball.
Right.
I think he's looking at kicking this and sticking the cue ball behind the 8.
Hold 1 pocket.
I'm not sure he can get there, to be honest.
He would have to hit it super clean, Chris.
I think he's going to leave him up in the middle pocket here. Yeah. I knew he couldn't get behind it there.
Okay.
And now he's giving him an opportunity.
Now this is a rack. I could get out here, Chris.
Well, if Nick uses his brain here, he should be potting the 2 and playing the 4 off the 9 ball
to open the pocket for
the 6. To open the pocket for the 6. Yeah. He's just looked at that. It's good thinking from Nick there. It's nice to see that he's still thinking straight.
Right. I think he's still in it. I just think he got a little wild on the last shot when he tried to play that. He didn't know what he was doing.
Look how poor he's played that. That's a real poor shot.
Well, maybe he's going to play your shot. Maybe he's looking to play the 4 off the 9.
That's what he was looking to play, but I mean, you want to be right behind the 4 ball when you play.
I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. It's a great shot.
He should never miss this.
Right.
He just aim into the rail and it should drop. He's got a big target. But he doesn't want to pot it clean.
Right.
Like that.
Well, now time for the 6-9, Chris.
Does the 6 go?
I think
if the 6 goes, there's nothing wrong with the way he's gone about this.
But I think you got to play. You don't play the combo here.
Well, he can do, but I know if it was me, I'd have wanted to move that 9 slightly. Just to you can't miss a 6, 7, 8, 9.
Right.
You know, something silly's got to happen, like an earthquake, to miss a 6, 7, 8, 9.
That's right. Well, with the score being 5-3 in this angle, it's not exactly a hanger.
He's played this well. He's played this very well.
There you go. Give yourself an opportunity to win here.
And again, does he play the 6 off the 9, or does he play it into the 9?
All right, so we got a hanging 7 ball. The carom shot, 6 off the 9. Is that easy?
Yeah, it's easy. Yeah,
all right.
You just got to aim to the rail.
Yeah.
I'm playing the 6 off the 9, me here, but this is up to Nick.
See something we don't see.
That's a good shot. Nice shot. Then I agree. He should be allowed to go to the toilet.
Absolutely. I think right now, you know, if Nick gets out to a good break here and break and run, we got 5-5.
And he's brought them well, but again, no clear shot.
Right.
He's getting frustrated as well, but he's got an easy hook.
So you're looking to bank the 3 down, put the cue ball up there beside the 7-4? How would you do it?
He's got a few options. He could clip off the 3 if the 4-7's a straight combo.
That's what I like.
He's got to be careful where the 3 goes, though. Well, that's just an absolute nothing shot.
So so let's talk about this. So you don't think he was playing the 7?
Well, he was definitely playing the 7.
So you think that he just poor execution on his part?
Well, it's just a terrible shot. I mean,
Terrible shot how? Like just terrible, like he knew he was going to get up there and miss, or execution, or thought? What do you think?
Well, he's rushed it. He's in the wrong position, and he's
so
hit
it's
it
the
too
rushing.
soft.
Do you think the rushing leads to not the proper speed of hitting the shot?
I don't know. I just think he must have thought he couldn't miss it.
Okay.
But I mean, that's just
right, because nobody wants to get up there and not make the ball.
But he's done that. He's done that numerous times now, where he's got a chance to win the game.
Okay, so do you think that's pressure? Do you think that's him rushing? Do you think that's just poor execution? If you had to pick one, Chris, what do you think the cause of that? If you were his coach, why would you tell him he did that?
Well, I'd say he just had a brain freeze.
Okay.
You know, he's just a complete brain freeze.
Okay, good.
I can't really explain the shot he's played. He's just unbelievable.
To be a professional and not to execute that shot.
Yeah, because he's got himself in the match again.
Right.
One behind, straight in on the shot. You know, it wasn't a tough shot.
Right.
But not only has he not hit the ball hard enough, he's not got the correct line to pot the 7 either.
Gotcha. Okay, good. I think probably have a knowledgeable pool crowd out there. For people who learning, it's good to be able to get inside the mind of a professional like yourself. If I just say he hit a bad shot, I'd like to know why. So with you explaining it, which is why I keep going into, with you explaining it, helps the audience learn.
Yeah, he's obviously not looked at the angle correctly, and he's not executed it correctly.
There you go.
That's the reasons why he's missed it.
There you go. Thank you for that.
You know, he's not thought about the shot properly. He could have played an easy hook where it was tough.
Right.
But again, I'm a firm believer in if you get a chance to run out, go for the run out. You know, because you may never get that chance again.
I like that thought. But a good save is just as good as a good pot, huh? No.
Yeah, definitely. A good save is definitely as good as a good pot.
There you go. Chris has me talking the Queen's English over here.
I don't speak the Queen's English.
Nah, my man. I like it.
That's the Londoners, that is. I'm from the north.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, this he's calm. Okay. Break or no break after he makes the 9? Is he going to take a break or he's not going to take a break?
I think he'll take a break.
All right.
But just watch how still Clenty stays on this shot. The approach to the shot, just watch how still he plays this shot. There'll be no head movement, and if there is, he'll probably miss it. See, he waited until that ball went in before he even moved off the cue.
Yes, he did. Well, we're going to see.
Of course.
He'll be getting his focus back and waiting for his opportunity.
Agree.
And then pounce.
I like that. You have a very forward-thinking, very aggressive-minded, but you're tapered with the defense too.
Yeah, you've got to be, because when you're out there, there's no friends. I mean, if I play Darren Appleton or Jason Shaw or Carl Boyes, who are all my really good friends in the pool world, I'm not their friend when I'm out there. I want to beat them badly.
Exactly. That's where I'm at. Also,
Yeah.
not on the same caliber, but I do agree. Okay. All right, Chris, you cutting this one in? Are you banking the one down table, putting the cue ball behind the 5? What are you doing?
Well, it looks like Clenty's looking at the safety. Me personally, I'm playing the bank. It's a straight bank.
I knew it. So how are you going to get on the 2 if you play that
We
one ball
just
bank?
draw it over slightly with a touch of left-hand spin.
Okay. All right.
And if Clenty plays this bank probably 10 times, he'll probably make this 7 or 8.
There you go.
He's playing safe. Well, he looks like he's playing safe. We're not sure just yet.
So you advocate playing to your strengths. You being a shot maker, you're looking to get a shot. You're looking to get out.
Yeah, I'm looking to keep my opponent sat in his chair.
That's right.
But I don't want him coming back to the table.
I like that. I like that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Also, I don't think he can get a real good tight safety.
You don't think he can put him under the 5?
He can, but it's not a real good safety.
Okay. No merit to trying to cut this in the corner.
I think he should be banking it. And I'd like to think probably 80% of the players that are here will be playing the bank.
All right.
may be playing the cup, you know. But I'm not sure he can get on the 2 if he plays the cup.
Maybe he's trying to play it off the 5.
Got to avoid the scratch in the left-hand corner, that's for sure.
Yeah.
He's going the other way now. He's chopping the 1 in behind the 5.
And bringing the cue ball 2 rails. Well, it's like what you said, Chris. It's not a lockdown safety. It's a little containing safety.
Yeah, well, what I would call that, I'd call that, you know, no disrespect, man, I'd call that hanging myself. Because basically,
because now you give him an opportunity.
He just give you a really good opportunity to hook you behind the 2, the 7, and the 6.
I think I get you now. You know, it might come off a little harsh, but you're just talking about the reality of what's happening. Now you're giving this guy a chance to put the handcuffs on you, put you in jail, put you in trouble.
Yeah, and then Nick's not played the greatest shot there either. That 1 ball should have been on that side rail. If he gets a 1 on the side rail, he cannot fail to snooker him. You know, there's a massive target there.
Right.
But no easy shot though from Clenty. He's got to think of a good shot here. Nothing straightforward.
Right. Well, in the safety bouts, I think that Clenty's up in this match.
Oh, without a doubt, yeah. Clenty's certainly a better safety player and a better kicker of the ball, I believe.
That's more than half the game, and a great shot maker.
And after the last shot Clenty played, you'd like to put your money that he's going to be wedged right up against his 7 ball.
There you go. He's going to get up there and just cut it in the corner, Chris.
Yeah, and one of the keys to this shot is trying to leave the 2 ball in the middle of the table. For example, don't leave it next to the rail.
Right, to cut that target down.
Yeah, and you want the cue ball tight up to the 7.
So he needs a little bit of spin there and freeze him on 7, right?
Just play it plain ball. So that's a poor shot. That's a real poor shot there. He should have been stuck behind that 7 ball so he couldn't hit that side rail to get out.
Okay.
And this is a relatively easy kick shot. And we all know what can happen when you leave a kick shot.
Right. Because he almost kicked that last one right in when you called it.
Yeah, and even though he didn't kick it in, he left a good snooker.
Absolutely. All right, we're looking for... Is Chris Melling a fortune teller? No, he lets Clenty straight in. But
a little bit of work. The 6 only goes in the right-hand corner pocket. But he's left him straight in on the 2. The 4 and the 5 shouldn't be a problem. It's the 5 to the 6 ball that will be the issue.
So when you're watching these layouts, Chris, and you're looking to work the layout edge, and you already demonstrated the problem ball, what are you thinking? Are you thinking backwards from the 2 to the 6?
I'm thinking from the 5 to the 6 instantly here.
Okay.
I'm not even thinking about the 2, 4, or the 5.
Right.
I'm just thinking, what angle do I need on the 5 ball to get onto the 6? And what Clenty needs to do here is, rather than over hit the ball, I would want to under hit the ball and leave the cue ball where it is now. That's exactly where he wants a cue ball.
Right.
Nothing wrong with playing the shot what he's looking at
exactly, because then he can go 2 rails back to the 6, play 6 in the other corner.
Yeah, he can go side rail, bottom rail, and possibly side rail, or side rail, side rail.
I would think, give yourself the biggest margin of error for yourself to win.
I'd certainly under hit this ball rather than over it.
Okay.
I tell you what, he couldn't have picked the cue ball.
I was going to say, man.
That is as perfect as perfect could be.
That was beautiful. He's exhibiting. I think if I had to say some things about this young man right now, his speed control is pretty much impeccable.
Yeah, that's the strongest part of his game for me. His cue ball control, his temperament, shot making.
Well, that's more than one thing, Chris. You just named what makes a great pool player.
Definitely, his cue ball control is up there with the very best. You watch now, he'll hit this shot.
Absolutely. You see, Mr. Melling will barbecue you, and then he'll give you praise and the same thing when you earn it. I like that. That's a professional. That's the professional way.
Great shot there. Great shot from Clenty. Looking to play the 7 into the same pocket.
A little bit of one
the 6
pocket.
ball.
Now, looking down from that shot right there, it looked like Clenty's head wasn't aligned with the cue, the straightaway way. Is he a little cocked when he looks at the ball?
I'm not really sure.
Did you see that? He looked a little funny. Like right there. Is his head not?
It just might be the camera angle,
Okay.
Because when I have watched him play,
He's dead straight up in
dead
line.
straight. Everything, the arm, the eyes, the head, the feet.
That's
the
what we're
body,
talking about.
Everything's dead
Yeah.
straight.
Yeah. For our players out there who are learning, who want to learn, you need everything in alignment and no movement.
Yeah, it's all about alignment. I mean, some of the players I was showing them up at the expo, I see so many players when they're playing stand sideways on the shot. And you can only be looking out of one eye when you do that.
Right.
Because you've got to tilt your head so much
Right.
to the side.
Right.
I mean, Clenty's played a bad shot there, considering. But
Does he have to look out for the scratch or no scratch?
no,
on the
there's
side?
no scratch
All
here.
right, here we go.
Just needs to make sure he makes it. Oof.
Where, in England?
In England, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm not sure you can bet on it in America because of the gambling laws.
Right.
But they've actually got Jason at 5-6 and Filler at 5-6. And in my opinion, that is wrong.
All right, we're going to find out after that. All right, trouble here. A little bit of trouble here. What do you like, Chris? What do you like here?
Not easy, no
Right.
matter what he does here.
Can you?
I'd probably send the 1 into the 5 and send the cue ball off the side rail to the bottom where the 6 is, where he stood now.
Right.
You've got a big target behind the 6,
Right.
the 9 and the 4.
Right.
As long as you leave that 1 ball where the 5 is. That's what I'd be playing.
Well, being that he's taking his time, I think he's thinking, he might be looking to put the cue ball down in this area by the 1 diamond where his chalk is on the table. Try to put him under the 6.
Yeah, he's going to try and stick the 1 next to the 5, obviously leaving the 1 ball where the 5 is, and the cue ball behind the 6, 9 and 4. It's a massive target.
Right. Most important part of this shot, Chris.
Don't underhit the shot.
Okay.
If you underhit the shot, you can leave the 1. If you overhit the shot, you can't.
There you go. So when you're deciding to play safety, and the question I just asked you, how quickly does your mind calculate those odds?
Well, mine personally, very quickly.
I was going to say that.
Yeah, I see the shot pretty quick.
Okay. Is that from practice?
That's
or?
just experience.
There you go.
Because I've been playing since I was 3 years old.
Absolutely.
I've only been playing American pool for 6-7 years, seriously.
Wow. That's pretty strong.
And he's under it, this.
He didn't get there?
Oh, he's played a great shot though there.
What
a shot he's played there. That is a brilliant shot.
Now, to people out there watching, Chris Melling is a world-class player, obviously. And we went through a bunch of scenarios, and the ingenuity of Eklent KACI.
Yeah, I mean,
strong.
Great shot he's played there.
How many blockers does he have, Chris?
Well, he's certainly odds against to get out of this, that's for sure.
So is your system going to come into play here? You're going to hit this 1 ball?
Yeah, you can hit it. There's no doubt you can hit it.
There you go.
Whether you will is a different thing.
So 3 rails, short, long, top rail? Or short, long?
It's tough. No matter what he plays here, it's tough.
And we are playing 3 fouls here.
He's missing this by an absolute mile, I believe. Oh, what a shot.
Oh.
Foul shot.
Oh,
Ball
he's
in hand.
really unlucky there.
Okay.
I thought it was missing by a long way.
All right, I'm going to ask Chris something, and his answer is always run out. But is Clenty playing safe here?
No.
Okay.
He's got to go for the run out here.
Are you going to?
All depends if the 3 goes.
Right. Can you bump the 8 with the cue ball and still gain a shot on the 1?
Can still bump
without
the 8.
blocking the 2?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
It just depends whether the 1 goes past the 3. I mean, he has got a shot.
Right.
I'm not quite sure of the camera angle here.
So you know this means he's going to play safe.
Well, he's playing safe. I cannot believe that. Could he not just? Well, what kind of shots he played here?
No, he played. What did you call it before the shot? The nothing shot.
Nothing shot.
That's a nothing shot. I agree with you right there.
Why would he not put the cue ball next to the 1, clip off the 1 and pop the 3 in the corner?
Right.
And then the 2 goes. The 1 he's still on in the opposite right-hand corner.
I agree.
Well, that's.
I
don't know what he's
shocked you on that one, huh?
And that's a good shot there.
That is.
That's a real good shot there from Nick. The only thing I can think of is that the 3 doesn't go.
And he giving Nick the opportunity to mess it up first. How about a little inside English and bank the 3, Chris?
You could bank the 3, definitely.
Can you break these up from here? really juice this cue ball?
Not really. It's too risky.
There you go. Now, you know, that was a little lackadaisical from Nick, and things didn't work out as planned, but the 3 is still tied up.
Well, I'm not really sure from this camera angle where that 3 goes. Can't tell, really.
Well, there we go. If we look at that angle right there, I think it's tight, Chris.
It's tight, but especially when you've got ball in hand, though, you can put that cue ball in perfect position.
It's the only time at the table you can put it
And
perfect.
even if Clenty is playing the safety, which he did on the 1, why would you not break the 3 and the 8 up in the same shot?
I agree.
He's going to hook him here, you know, but or he should hook him. He's left the gap, has it?
Yeah.
He's left
a
the gap
little
and
window.
he's left an opportunity here.
There you go. I love this shot. I think this is where if Nick has to go to his grinder gear and make sure that he locks him up.
Well, when Nick plays his shot, really, if that 3 doesn't go, he could do with just bumping the 3 softly.
Yes. I agree with that.
But it's most important that he gets that 2 safe. Regardless of whether he gets a hook or not, he needs to get that 2 ball safe.
Absolutely.
That's a good shot.
Yes, it is.
Not what he intended, but he'll take it.
Right. He was looking. He tried to tree top him here, and right now, Clenty doesn't have a clean cueing here. A little hampered cueing.
Yeah, Clenty's he's going to split these 2. He's going to put the 2 ball on the right-hand side rail, cue ball behind the 6 on the left-hand side rail.
To give himself 4 blockers.
That's a good shot.
Very beautiful. Look at that great angle in there, you see.
Has he just left the edge of the 2? I'm just wondering if he's just left the edge.
No, I don't know. I think he has to go up and down.
If he's just left the edge, he's played a poor shot.
Right, because then he's going to be behind that 3-8.
Well, I'm not sure he can get behind the 3-8, but the cue ball's certainly going up towards that area.
Wow. 2-rail kick coming up.
Yeah, he just wants to hit to the right of the middle diamond here. That's a good shot. He'll take this.
Oh, boy.
He'll take this.
And there you go. That's Chris Melling said it all match. He said, listen, you don't want to play safeties with these guys. You play safe, you get re-hooked. It's guy safety hooked you. He said, best safety is to make the ball.
Well, yeah, because I can't hook you when that ball's in the tray.
That's right.
No, you have to play safe sometimes.
For sure.
No two
For sure.
ways about
Yeah.
it.
No.
And I actually love the safety battle of the game. I love the challenge of it.
Right. Clenty with another prime opportunity here.
Got to be careful though. If he's playing the hook behind the 5, he's got to be careful he doesn't open the 2 and the 3 and the 8 up. And this is no good, I believe.
Oh, I think that's beautiful, Chris.
Oh, has he got there just?
He might have just left exactly what you said.
He may have left this, you know, the way he's running around the table.
But then again, what is he going to do with this 3, Chris?
I think it goes. I genuinely believe it
okay.
goes.
So you think you can throw this 3 ball right in?
I think he can.
Okay. So we got a little space there. That's a great view. What do you think, Chris?
I
Ball
think,
in hand,
I think it
All
goes.
right. There you go.
But obviously, when you sat here, you can't see the exact angle. But
well, you know what? If Chris Mellon says it goes, it goes.
He's got lucky here as well.
All right.
There's a little bit of form going off in this match.
Okay, Chris, I'm going to call it. I say 2 rails, cue ball up there by the 3-8.
Yeah, possibly. The only problem with that is if you don't get it and you move the 3 or the 8.
Then okay, I got you. I like that plan. Well, how about 2 rails and come under?
Yeah, I like playing the 4 rails. I like playing bottom rail, side rail, top rail, in behind the 3 and the 8.
That would be beautiful.
And even if you flick the 3 on the way past, it's even better. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this shot.
Because you feel he had a chance to
Well, he's left an easy jump shot for a start. He may kick this ball. He's looking at the jump.
He's doing a little, no. Yeah. Now, how come he just didn't go 1 rail into the 2?
Well, he could do. He could play 1 rail into the 2, send the 2 behind the 6 and the cue ball behind the 6, so he doesn't leave much.
Right. Okay, so right now, devil's advocate, he makes his jump, he makes it 2. What's he going to do?
Well, he's going to try and draw the cue ball at the table, but there you go.
No.
And we're never going to find out if that 3-ball goes now.
Right, because he's just going to kick the 3-8 in the corner, Chris. He's going to come one rail from the top, split the difference, 8-ball in the corner right where he's standing, and run out.
Well, what he's trying to do is hit the 3-ball half ball off the top rail. The 3 will in turn hit the 8.
Right, and he'll have a
it'll
shot.
Check off the side rail and go towards the top cushion with the 3.
Let's see if Chris
Foul
Melling.
shot.
Yeah, he
Ball
hit
in
that ball
hand.
bad. Man, if I could subscribe to anything in this match, I might have to agree with Chris that was just not a greatly executed shot there by Nick.
Yeah, that was poor.
And he had opportunities too.
And Michaela was straight on the ball there. She saw that, you know, the eagle eye of Michaela.
What a wonderful person she is. I had an opportunity to talk with her all day yesterday. Just a great fount of information.
Yeah, well, her husband is a former world 8-ball pool champion in England, in Scotland, sorry.
Right.
One of the all-time greats.
Yeah.
But she for me is top 2 or 3 referees in all cue sports that I've ever seen.
There you go.
Basically, because she's good at what she does. She doesn't take any liability with anybody.
Yeah, she takes pride in
You
her
know,
work too. I got you.
We all saw her on the screens when Earl Strickland started giving her grief in the Moscow on it.
Yeah.
And she basically told Earl, carry on and you're out of the tournament. Simple as that. And the next day, Earl Strickland turned up with a big bunch of flowers in the middle of the arena.
Hey, man. Hey.
And that was pretty classy from Earl.
No, that's genuinely classy, man. That's awesome. You gotta love Earl, man. You gotta love it. We need a little action in the pool room. We need some characters. We just have to, redefine our product, and I think we're gonna be all right. And it's a pleasure sitting here with you, Chris, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of characters, in the pool world. A lot of people don't realise.
Right.
If anybody followed me, Darren, Jason Klatt, Jason Shaw, Carl Boys.
Yeah.
If anybody followed us around, you'd think we were all mad.
Yeah.
Because we just constantly taking the mickey out of each other, having a joke.
I heard about the jokes.
It's just horrendous, the amount of stuff we do. I mean, it's just all good fun, We don't mean anything by it. But I tell you what, if somebody could make a documentary on us when we're on tour, it's just so funny.
There we go. All right. 1 rail or 2 back to the 8 here, Chris?
I think 1.
Kill it right
I think 1 and just kill the cue ball.
There
but
you go.
if he goes 2, is no problem. Ooh, this needs to slow up. Such a poor shot. Such a poor shot. There's no forgiveness from me for that shot.
I was going to say, man, how do you keep friends out there? Do they hear you after this?
Well, I know I'd be getting it if I did that shot, so they're getting it.
And that's what I want to say. That's right.
He should make this, though, to be fair to him. This isn't a tough jump shot. Plenty's a tall guy, and he's just putting his collar up like Elvis.
Oh, he's doing that.
He should make this.
Yeah.
This isn't a tough shot. Great shot there by
That was beautiful.
Eklent.
A good recovery.
To a lot of people there, that shot would look very difficult, but
he's tall.
Somebody of Eklent's stature and calibre, that wasn't a tough shot for him. But that, for me, in pool, is where you shouldn't be allowed to use a jump shot, because Eklent has played such a poor shot.
Okay, if it's on you, then you can't recover with the jump shot.
I think
if your opponent does it to yourself. Okay.
Yeah, I think.
Looking for the 1 in the side and the 6 in the corner. And just like clockwork. And if that ducks up, Nick is going to be in trouble.
Yeah, Nick's not going to be too happy.
And you made me a believer. He had opportunities. He just did not capitalize on those chances, Chris.
Sometimes in matches, you look back and you think, I should have won 3, 4, 5 of them racks that I lost.
Absolutely.
That's not 4 or 5 racks. That's actually 8 or 10 racks, because it's a rack that your opponent's won, but it's a rack that you should have won and your opponent wouldn't have won.
Yeah.
So it's actually double, what it's worth.
I agree.
I mean, when I got beat in China last week, people say, no, you did well, you was unlucky. Yes, the guy fluked a ball at 19 all against me. I should have been long and away from that match. I should have won. The only reason I lost is because I lost.
There you go.
It wasn't because he won.
That's right. Accountability.
I missed 4 or 5 8 balls, basically because it's a game that we never play.
Right.
and give me the table, let me practice on that table, I'm never going to miss them 5-8 balls.
That's true.
I might miss 1 or 2, but I won't miss 5.
I like that.
But, you know, can't be too disappointed.
Yes.
I had to qualify for the event.
That's strong, man. Give, you know, a little hard on yourself. I do like that though, but give yourself a little credit there, man. Tough fields. All right.
Well, this is
looking not to bump the 3.
One.
He don't want to bump the 3.
Oh, he's got lucky. He's got very, very lucky there. He's got tremendously lucky. All he's got to do now is roll the 3 and send the cue ball about 18 inches past the middle pocket, just so he leaves a nice angle. He could actually draw it, but got to be careful it doesn't do a push shot as well, or a double hit.
I was going to say.
Extension.
He's looking to pop it off the side rail too, to get the shape on the 4.
No, long way. Has he fluked it?
No.
No, that's poor. That is. He's missed that by a country mile.
All right, Nick MALAJ is another opportunity here.
Yeah, and he showed a bit of emotion. That's unusual, that from Eklent.
You see? Well, you called that up because you said he doesn't.
Well, I can't remember ever seeing him miss a ball by that far, to be honest.
He probably never missed a ball, seen himself miss a ball by that much.
Right, it's good to see the human.
Hey.
Everybody makes mistakes.
You're going to have to play him in the final, so this is a good thing for you to know.
I hope so. I'll
there
take
you go. Nice cut by Nick. I like that shot, Chris.
Good shot there by Nick.
That was beautiful.
Now, what he needs to think of here, what a lot of people won't think of, he needs the angle on the 5.
Right.
It's no good just putting the 4 and getting on the 5. You need a good angle on the 5.
Yeah, because he wants to play the 7 in the same corner as a 5.
No good.
He didn't.
No good.
Yeah, right. I agree.
Oh, is he?
He might
does he have a slight angle?
You mean a little stun draw?
Yeah, just slide it past the 8 ball.
Right. Yeah, because the tangent line does lead down to the 7. Let's see if he puts a little bit of juice on this ball. How about that, Chris?
Yeah, that's all right. Good shot there. At least he's taking his time. He's calculating everything now.
Right.
If he'd have done this in the beginning, I don't think he'd have lost 3 of them games.
Absolutely, I agree. And the momentum would have been on his side.
Because he does pocket the ball really well. Perfect position there on the 8.
I think he needs the balance. Like when Shaw first came over, he was fast, makes everything, and then lost some games by the speed. Not like Tony Drago fast, but...
Yeah, I mean, obviously for me, Jason, what he's done recently is just unbelievable.
Oh, ridiculous.
You know,
and I was lucky enough to beat her at the U.S. Open when the resurgence, when he started playing that new style. We talked about it a lot.
Yeah, the difference with Jason is he's learned the game. He's always been a raw potter, always been an unbelievable player, talent-wise, unbelievable.
Super strong.
Great.
Jason Shaw just agrees with Chris Melling and said that Nick MALAJ should have been in. Right, there you go.
Well, look at this rack. 2, 3, 4, 5, 9 combo.
And here we go. And he's running in. And he's running in.
This is all about the first shot. If he gets on the 3, this rack's over.
Right. So he's been in this position before, though, Chris. He was in this position before, and he let it go.
Well, for me, he's got to play up the right-hand side of the table here.
Right.
Because you're playing for the 3 in the side or the top left-hand corner.
Right.
If he plays up the left-hand side of the table, he could get stuck behind the 5.
You don't want to do that. He just wants to make sure that he has a pocket. And there you go.
He's played that well.
There you go.
You see a touch harder, he could have been stuck behind that 5.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed.
But he's playing well. But again, going back to the Joshua Filler thing, I mean, that kid is just unbelievably talented. Just like Jason. The difference between both players is number 1 experience.
Yeah.
Number 2 is a proven tournament winner.
Of course.
Over and over again.
You have to learn how to win. You have to learn how to win.
But the safety's huge. The safety battle, I mean, we may not see it in the next match between both players, but if it does come to it.
And just like that, Chris, I think
Jason wins.
I think you're a fortune teller. You called this 5-9 here. He's going to pull within 2 games. It's going to be 8-6 here, bud.
Yeah, and
boy.
I tell you now, Nick should be away with this match.
Right.
He's had numerous
Well,
opportunities.
you know what, Chris? If you don't get up there and handle your business when you're at the table, if you have opportunities to get out and you turn it back to your opponent, then who's to say who's to win?
Well, yeah, but
right. Absolutely, and winner breaks is where you get punished. If you make mistakes, the best player is supposed to win.
Yeah, the winner breaks.
The world is
winner
always
breaks is brutal.
The world is always crying and saying, "Listen, I want to see my player play, but I got Earl, I have Efren and Johnny Archer playing, and Efren breaks and runs the set, and I'll never get to see Johnny shoot."
Yeah, I'm very surprised on the betting website that they're not betting on racks run. I'm very surprised at that because that could be one of the big money makers for them.
Well, I want to see.
But it could also ruin them if somebody runs 10 racks.
I want to see some.
Nick MALAJ to break, trailing by 8-6.
Yeah, he's looking to make the 3 in the corner. There you see it.
Yeah, he's been.
Well, he doesn't want the 2 to drop.
He's ramping up the speeds. Are we seeing the turning of the tide here, Chris?
Well, I'm not going to say he's going to win the match, but he's certainly got the opportunity.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But he's putting the heat on.
I mean, look at the scores. It's 8-6.
Right.
We know that Nick has given 3 or 4 games away.
Easy giving those games.
You put them games on Nick, that's 9-5 to Nick.
Oh, boy.
It's a big difference.
That's right. Of course. Well, let's see. And look at that. All right.
It's all about this shot here.
Right. All right. How do you play this? Do you kill this and come straight back up the table, or do you swing it?
I like to over-hit this shot by about 2 feet.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is I want the cue ball past the head string. If he's playing for the centre pocket.
There you go. That's what I like.
He's not playing for the centre. He's playing for the corner, but he's overrun it.
Well, he's all right.
Oh, he's okay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure he can get on the 6, though.
You don't think he can get past the 8 here?
He can get past the 8. The problem is when he plays the 3 rails and comes down to hit the side rail where the 6 ball is, I think he hits the 6.
Oh, boy.
I think he's got to play through right-hand spin and check the cue ball down the middle.
There we go. That's what I thought he was doing.
Oh, this is no good.
He's going to bump the 7 and get lucky. How you like it?
Well, this is what I was saying. He couldn't get there.
Yeah.
It was impossible for him to get there. That's just poor judgment again. I mean, all he's got to do, and a prime case of why I said over it the 5.
Yes.
Over it the 4 to get on the 5.
Right.
If he over hits it, he can't fail. He's under it, and now he's in trouble. Now he's going to try and chop this in. Or is he playing the hook? He's got to play the hook.
He got to play the hook behind the 8.
Got to play the hook. Oh, where's the cue ball going?
He's going to be okay. He's going to be okay, Chris. He's going to be okay.
He's played it well, but don't be surprised.
He gets his kick right in on you.
No.
Don't be surprised if he kicks his ball in.
Chris Melling does not want to play safe. He says, I want to make the ball and not give you anything.
Well, no, he's played the right shot there.
Yeah, he did.
He's definitely played the right shot.
I do agree with you, though. He had a chance to just get out.
What he's doing, he's getting himself back in the match, getting himself in a good position to run the rack.
Absolutely.
And playing a really, really poor judgmental shot.
Okay.
You know, he's had opportunities to run out plenty of times.
Absolutely. I absolutely agree with you right there. And you can't keep giving players of this caliber chances.
Oh, no, I mean, if he flukes his ball, Nick will probably say he's being lucky, but he shouldn't be at the table.
I agree.
It looks like he's left this one.
He just might. Nothing easy, but a prime opportunity, right?
He should be getting out here.
Okay, so you pop the 6 in the corner, you draw
just draw the side rail back to where the 6 ball is.
Okay.
But if you remember, he missed a ball like this early in the match. I think it was the 8 ball.
Oh, Chris, he's not missing this one.
Well, he shouldn't miss it.
He's not missing this one.
I don't know.
He's feeling it. He's not missing this ball.
That's a good shot.
There you go.
That's a good shot.
He's got to prove you wrong one time.
He's a class player. You know, I'm not.
The
guy's talented.
Of course. No, you're doing your job. You're doing your job, breaking it down professional style. Love it.
As much as we love to give the guys credit, we also have to,
you got to call
tell
it like
the
you
truth
see it.
when they play a poor shot.
That's right.
It was up and down like a jackhammer.
You mean he was not? He didn't lock in on that shot. He wasn't.
I like what he's doing here, though. He's looking at the angle. He's calculating everything. Just needs to stay still. Play this pocket weight. He'll drop in if he gets close.
There you go.
Punched it in.
That was center pocket there.
Yeah.
This is how we do it. All right.
And is Nick going to make the 5 in the corner, the 1 in the side?
I say he makes 3 balls on this break.
Well, I'd like to think he's going to make 2 at least.
1,
There's
2.
2. And he's perfect.
Oh,
well, he's not
man,
perfect, but
no.
he's on the 2. The only problem he's got here is the 6 is in his eye line when he's cueing this ball. This could be. This could be dodgy.
Right. So if you are cutting this ball, did you think about cutting the 2 where the 4 is, right?
Yeah.
So how do you avoid the 9 ball?
He's got to screw the cue ball.
Okay, so that means draw.
Deep draw on the 2. Wow, he's played it with spin. That's a really good shot. That's a brilliant shot, that is. That was a lot harder than it looked.
There you go. And that's proven that when that momentum changes, you start feeling good. The arm gets a little loose.
Is he going to make another mistake, though?
You know what, Chris? I'm going to go against you, and I'm going to say he's going to get out here.
Well, I think he deserves to get out.
I think he's going to get out clean, though. I don't think a mistake is coming.
It's happened every time he's got within 1 rack. I just hope it doesn't happen again.
There we go. I think he's going to do it, Chris.
Yeah, he should do.
Right.
He's about 1 to 10 on to clear these. But again, we all know how tough the game can be when you're under.
Nick is trying to prove you wrong here.
I like the way he's played that shot.
Yes.
Played that with a lot of conviction.
Confidence, exactly. Just like the ball that he swung around the 3 rails and got there. That was beautiful. So he's feeling it now.
Well, for me, that was the best shot he's played in the match.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
8-8.
Come on now. Come on now. So you saying my man's going to make this ball?
He's never missing that.
And that's the clap from the Noswell.
He's certainly breaking the balls good.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Oops, I've
and
cursed him.
You put the
I've
jinx on. You
him.
put the commentator.
I've absolutely cursed him. I'm sorry about that, Nick. That's my fault.
There you go. All right. 2 rails to the 2 ball. Any problems here? Well, this is early in the rack, but I think this is something that he's going to have to come and he's going to have to play a couple of quality shots here.
I don't think there's any problems.
There you go. There you go.
The only slight issue, maybe the 1 to the 2.
There you go. So do you play the 1 to the 4? Play the cue ball to hit the 4?
Oh, I play the 1 thick.
Right.
So it goes in off the side rail.
Right.
But in turn, that will get me more action on the cue ball to bring it down for the 2 into the bottom right-hand corner.
There you go.
But Clenty's looking at playing it in the bottom left-hand corner, which is nothing wrong with that.
No. And with the quality of stroke that he has, he can put that cue ball wherever he wants.
Yeah, he's a great cueist.
Yeah. So we'll see if any of the mistakes weigh heavy on his mind. Chris Melling says that Clenty's just going to brush this off and get out.
This looks good.
Yes, it does.
I was just looking there. We've been mentioning that Nick MALAJ is from Albania.
Right.
When in actual fact, the flag above his name is Greece.
Right.
But I do know he's definitely from Albania, and so is KACI.
Okay.
So it's pretty unusual for both players to draw each other first round.
Right. You travel all over the world to play each other.
Yeah, well, I had it last year in China. I travelled to China to a place called Harbin.
Right.
North China on the Russian border. And I drew my mate Mick Hill in the very first round.
Wow.
Luckily enough, I beat him. But
I was going to say, you know, you don't take no prisoners.
It was so cold. It was unbelievable.
Wow.
We walked from the hotel to the venue, and it was minus 27.
Oh, boy.
It was unbelievable how cold it was.
Oh, boy.
And I only had a small jacket with me.
Oh, that'll get your blood flowing.
You just look how straight KACI's arm is there. He's absolutely dead straight.
I like that he's fit. I like it. You know, he's got a little muscle tone on him. You know, in sports style. That's why, you know, I think that's good for the youth coming up.
Yeah, he's a classy player and obviously a classy person.
Yeah.
You know, you don't win 2 World Series events if you can't play.
No, no.
It was weird because last year I actually shared a room with him in the Derby City Classic.
Right.
Never met the guy before in my life, but he was a friend of Nick Ekonopoulos.
Oh, yeah.
So I said, yeah, no problem. I trust Nick, so I said, yeah, no problem. I never saw him in the room once. I was there a week with him, and I never saw him once.
He was handling his business.
He was just playing money matches every single minute of the day.
You know, guys make your living. You got to make your living.
I'd see him at the breakfast. I'd say, "Where have you been, pal?" "Oh, playing money matches." "Did you win?"
Well.
"Yeah, a few thousand." Next day, "Where have you been, pal?" "Oh, more money matches." I'm thinking this kid must be good to keep winning money matches.
There you go, especially Derby City. All right, you going forward here 2 rails here, Chris? What are you doing?
I think
buddy?
so. Yeah.
All right. Smooth stroke here.
Could stun it 1 rail. That's a good shot.
Yeah. Because
Easy to slow down though.
coming into the angle. You're coming into the angle, guaranteeing yourself a shot.
Yeah, and again, this is one of them shots where do you just play for the 7 in the corner or do you play for the 7 inside?
Well, if you go to the side, then you can get to the 8 quite easily. But don't play position when you have position, right?
Well, you guarantee position if you play the 7 in the corner.
Right,
You
yes.
just play a stop shot.
So then, that's
So for me,
that's it.
I would play this in the corner, but it's different how different people see it.
Right. Well, if he does play it in the side, then the only thing he has to do is roll forward.
Well, if
Well,
he
he got
lands, if he
short,
lands
though.
straight, he's in trouble.
Right.
So he's a little bit too straight. He would have preferred to be probably 6 inches higher up the table or lower down
Right.
the table.
Well, as good as this guy shoots, don't he just rip this Q3 rails and get back up table? Or are you going to stay there? You going to go to the side rail and
Well,
just
I
cut
think
the 8 in?
Yeah, I think he's got to play 3 rails. He's got to be careful though that he doesn't land straight
Can he?
or he doesn't scratch in the
How
corner.
about he juice it and go forward?
This is perfect.
Of course. I was going to say, you
Absolutely
guys play so
perfect.
good. It's nothing. It's nothing for you guys to do that. Get out of line, just rip it 3 rails.
Yeah, you prefer to be just rolling it in though. That's the problem. That's the difference. Well, obviously you can't do that sometimes.
That's right. It makes it easier for you. You feel better. Not enough pressure.
And that's good.
Yeah, that's right down.
Good control in this rack. Every single shot, perfect cue ball control.
Yeah. Here we go.
Once again,
All right.
plenty
Hill.
takes another rack.
Oh, boys, 9-8. Right in the hole, Chris. Right in the hole.
Nope, he didn't make the
Sure
3
did.
ball. The 9's in.
Now.
What happens there?
Oh, spot up.
Does he win?
No.
Rack, yeah.
Spots
Yeah.
up, right?
Wow, that's unbelievable. He's made the 9 in the side pocket and he's won the game. I think if it goes in the
Goes in
corners,
it.
you
Right,
don't
it
win.
don't count. Right. The bottom
The
two
reason
don't
behind
count.
that is
You can't
when
gap
you
the
rack
rack.
the balls, if there's any kind of gap behind the 9 ball,
Right.
it can go into the
Exactly.
corners. It's very, very rare you'll see the 9 ball go in the side pocket.
And what a, you know, Nick has to be feeling that right there.
Well, that's just a killer blow, isn't it? I
Of
mean,
course.
there's no skill in that, let's say.
No.
That's just
No.
pure luck.
Absolutely. So some people say you make the 9, it's exciting, it's good for the fans out there. Some people say professionals, no luck.
There's
Rack
a lot of
19.
luck in making
Right.
the 9
20
So
as
grand
well.
no
each
luck,
break,
so it shouldn't-
leading by 10 racks to 8.
So it shouldn't count for pros. If you make the 9 on a fluke, it shouldn't count.
Well, if the referee's racking the balls, then it should count.
Okay. There you
Because
go.
you're not touching the balls.
Okay. That's a good point. I'm always going to play devil's advocate. I want to know why.
Yeah,
I like
some of
the
the
9
players
goes in.
now to rack the balls, so certain
Oh,
balls go in
sure.
certain pockets. So.
Man, listen, you telling me what balls are going in.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty. I mean, he's trying to get the 8 in the
Right,
corner here,
right.
but he's not. He's hitting it too thick, I think.
Yeah.
He's made the
Double
8. He's made the
kiss.
cue ball.
And he made the 1 ball.
Oh, this is
Look
going
at
to
the
hurt.
momentum again. You know what? The universe is trying to keep Nick in this match.
As it's got 10-10 written all over it. You'd like it to go to 10-10. I
course.
think it deserves to go to 10-10.
Yes, I agree.
Start the clock.
And Nick needs to win every single rack from now on in.
Sudden death.
Otherwise, he's going to the loser's side of the draw.
Loser side, winner side, it's all the same. Bunch of killers on each side.
Yeah, 32 players, double elimination down to the last 8 players.
Yeah.
But it's very important to keep winning on the winner's side. That way you play less matches on the loser's side should you get beat.
Conserve your energy. I think if he is, I don't know what it is, just a little more specificity in his game, you know, picking targets and applying that, I think this guy's stock goes up. He's got to watch out for that side pocket.
Yeah, I mean, I've just got a funny feeling something stupid is going to happen again in this game.
Well, he's going to prove you wrong.
I've got a feeling he's going to, obviously, I think he's going to run out here. But I've just got a feeling he's going to snooker Clenty. Clenty's going to come out of it and something stupid's going to happen. That's how the match has gone.
That's right.
You know.
That's right. He put some juice on it. When he does strike the ball confidently, it's beautiful movement. He gets a ton of juice.
Yeah, he hits the ball well.
Absolutely.
Good authority on every shot.
Yeah.
We'll just bring you some latest scores on the outside tables.
There you go.
Sean Morgan, he's losing 8-7 to Jason Klatt of Canada. Torsten Homan with a big result over John Mora, 11-9. That was a tough one to pick. Michael Jednak has lost 11-1 to Petri Makinen of Finland. Dennis Orcolo, the great Filipino, losing 11-4 to Tommy Najjar, winning 11-4, sorry, to Tommy Najjar.
We got action.
Joey Costa.
And here we go. 6 ball.
What a break again.
Yeah, he's
Has he got a shot? Has he got a shot?
I think he's going to have a shot.
He has. Oh.
He's good.
This is 10-all. This is 10-all. There's nothing difficult about this run out.
Every time you say that, he stops, though.
He does, but I mean, what has he got to do?
No, he just has to stay in line. And here we go. Clips right off the 2 ball. Slides up. There you go. 3 in the corner. Yeah, this should be each ball leads to another. MALAJ pops his 3 in the corner. The 4's right. Yeah, we should be at Hill.
It's looking like Hill, that's for sure.
Absolutely. So he pops this 3 in the corner. 4's in the side. Looks like he's going to go forward here.
Can he handle the big occasion, though, at 10-10 against his friend?
He's ready. He's ready.
Friend and 4.
He's ready. He's ready, Chris.
Well, he should be out here.
Yeah.
Nothing difficult about this.
And his pace has picked up considerably. But that's where he's comfortable at. Oh, boy. Now he says if he plays the 7 in there and plays the 8 inside, there we go. Now, still a little bit of work to be done here with the cue ball.
Yeah, he played a poor shot on the 8 ball there. He should have been high on the 8, so he's coming down for the 9.
Right.
Well, he should make this 100 out of 100, but the pressure situation.
He's left himself a little dicey here. I'm going to be like Chris Mellon said, we got 10-10, and the crowd is saying, oh, boy. And I know John Lehman for a long time now.
He's actually an actor, is that right?
All right, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Here we go.
As is our tradition at the World Pool Series, if to a Hill match, we have a shootout. Okay, the shootout works like this. Gentlemen, you will lag for of shooting first or shoot. The lag has the choice. The second. It is a series of 5 shots. The first shot will be ball in hand in the kitchen. Anywhere you want, you can play either pocket with the 9 ball. From that point in time, I'll tell you where to play the cue ball to continue the run. Once one person cannot catch up with the score within the 5 shots, that person wins. Okay? Gentlemen, you may lag for choice.
Who do you like?
I'm going to go with your man, Clenty.
Yeah, I like Clenty.
Just because
I just think his all-round game.
Mr. Kaci, your choice.
His pressure situation, his shot-making skills.
Yeah, he just sets up on the ball. He just looks solid.
Well, if you look at the whole match, Nick's missed a lot more balls than Clenty's missed.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's different.
I just think, you know, winners win. That's what they do.
Yeah, it's a different situation.
Anywhere in the
In a
kitchen, either
shootout, you
pocket.
could beat anybody on the planet.
Absolutely.
You've only got to make a few good shots. There's a lot of pressure as well.
Oh, no. I know that's right.
Ooh, up and down.
Little jackrabbit.
Jackrabbit.
Any time limit on this?
No, I don't
Okay,
think
no
so.
shot clock. Okay.
Very solid.
That's beautiful.
Very noticeable. He didn't move one bit until that ball went down that
Gentlemen,
pocket.
please remember to let the cue ball finish its roll. Don't touch it. Same shot, Mr. MALAJ.
Never seen him.
Anywhere in the kitchen, either
You
pocket.
could probably guess without even looking at the 9 whether it goes in with your movement on the cue with Nick.
All right.
So if you couldn't see the 9 ball, if you just watch Nick's
Right.
head,
Okay.
you'd probably be able to tell whether.
He's behind the line.
Ooh, bit of mind games going on there.
Mm.
Oh, this. You could see Nick losing his temper here. Oh, he's drawing this. I can't believe he's drawing this. Oh, what a shot.
Look at that.
What a shot.
He came with it.
A bit of
Score after round
commitment
1
there.
is tied at 1-1.
He came with it right there. And he drew it.
Oh, it was a good shot, that. A lot of confidence. The thing is, when you're doing the shootout,
Right.
each player, every single player on the planet
Pocket, sir?
has a preference for which
spot.
side of the table they
Right.
like to play.
On that spot there. 2.
All right.
Well, I'm not sure this is number 2. I thought number 2 was over the other side of the table.
Well, we'll find out.
Well, I may be wrong, but I thought number 2 was playing it in the left-hand corner pocket from
Same shot, right?
anywhere behind the line again.
Well, we'll find out. We're going to be here for 4 days. We'll get it right.
I may be wrong.
You
Yeah,
might be.
It's been a while. It's been a few months. This is a real tough shot, this is.
One pocket style. Slice
What
and
a shot.
dice.
What a shot that is. This may look easy on the TV, but I can assure you,
Oh, no.
these pockets are tighter than you think.
Nick's going to draw this one in too, Chris. Fire it with draw.
If he draws this, is it? Well, this is madness if he
MALAJ,
draws this
same
one.
shot, same pocket, sir. This pocket here.
Nick was eyeing that shot the whole time.
I
from his
don't
seat.
understand why he has to put it in that pocket, though. Surely he should have an option of either pocket.
Well, we're going to find out.
No, that only just wiped his feet.
Rubbin's racing.
Score after 2 is all tied, correct? Score after 2 is all tied at 2-2.
Desmond 2-2. That's what we call it in
That's what you
England.
call it.
Whenever a
Yes,
game's
sir.
2-2, we call it Desmond.
And
2-2.
we'll be playing
All right.
to this pocket here, sir.
All right. Third shot of the series. All tied. I think Nick likes just shooting that ball. He's like, all I have to do is make the ball. I'm firing.
To be fair, they're making it look easy.
Absolutely they are.
Especially Nick, he's just battering the balls.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
Ooh, some movement there. There was a little bit of movement.
Oh, boy.
How many times do you see this, though, when one player misses, the next one
That next
misses?
player, yeah, shoot it
This
right to the
happens
right.
all the time.
That's right.
And all the players in the room are watching. We've got a decent crowd watching this one.
Absolutely. And that's what you want. That's what you like.
MALAJ, this pocket,
I say
please.
Nick drills it.
And again, you are playing to this pocket here.
He's
I'm
going to
not-
drill.
I'm not sure.
He drills this
I'm
ball.
just not sure.
Chris, he drills it. Right to the back of the pocket.
I think he deserves to win the match, personally.
Center pocket. No problem. He's going to shoot this Chris Melling style. 3, 2, 1.
No, did you see the arm there?
I saw
Did
that.
you see the back arm?
Yeah.
And
It went
are
big
still
time.
tie after 3 rounds at 2-2.
Yes, that was very evident right
And
there.
we're still at Desmond after 3 shots each.
All right.
Clenty will feel like he's
Kaci.
been let off the
Spot here.
hook there.
Yeah.
So you're playing to this pocket here.
This is where the heat gets on you.
Absolutely.
Because Clenty's probably thinking, if I make this ball and he misses, then, well,
Then
I've
I
got
win.
the chance to win then.
Yeah. Ooh, beautiful shot.
I was thinking earlier, you know when people play the spot shot?
Right.
If you put a ball at the top of the table, like where they're shooting from, as in they was having to play position off the
Right.
line, they'll probably never miss it.
Right, but just
But
because
the fact
it's-
that they've
A
just
same
got to try
shot.
and make the ball makes it that
Playing to this
much
pocket,
different.
sir?
I
Because
agree.
obviously you're used to playing for position.
I agree.
And if you're leaving yourself this kind of shot at the end on the 9 ball,
Oh,
well,
yeah.
you've obviously played a putt shot on the 8.
You better believe that.
This is important. Let's have a
There you
look at
go.
the arm again.
All right,
It moved to the right last time as
the
we're
arm is
looking.
going to be straight, Chris.
Oh, he dropped it. Did you see the drop?
Yeah, a little elbow
Yeah, his
drop.
technique's letting him down a little bit here.
That's what happens.
You've got to feel for Nick, though, because he's played a major part in this
After
match.
4 rounds,
Right.
the score is 3-2 in favor of Mr. Kaci.
And if Clenty makes this ball, this match is over.
Yeah.
Here, sir. And you will be playing to this pocket, and you are playing for the win.
This is a tough one. This is the hardest one of the lot.
What is this Eklent KACI? He just cuts this right in, right? What do you say, Chris?
I think he'll get it. It's tough, though.
I think that my man Nick gets one more swing.
Well, I'm saying if he doesn't get it, I think Nick will miss it.
no.
But I hope he doesn't. I hope it goes to a 4-all.
Yeah, I want to see.
I want to see this go on forever.
That's absolutely.
Well, until 2 when I'm playing.
Absolutely. Coming up at that 2 o'clock. You don't want to miss that one. Mr. Killer
gonna be-
Villa.
It's going to be a quick
Evil
one, that
Eye.
is for sure.
Yeah, don't blink. Reynolds right to the back of the pocket.
Mr.
Yeah,
Kaci,
and he
congratulations.
played
Nice
some
playing.
great shots there,
Just
Declan.
one
You've
nice
got a
match,
feel
sir.
for Nick there.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the
Yeah.
next match up
Absolutely.
here on
Next
our
round.
streaming table
right.
is Mr.
We
Shaw and Mr. Filler at 2 o'clock. Have a nice round of applause for Mr. Kaci in the shootout.
All right, Ra Hanna, Chris Melling,
Thank you,
upstate
guys.
out. We will be back at 2
Cheers,
o'clock,
Rick.
Chris. Cheers to
Thank
you,
you,
mate.
Pelt.